let's discuss the word culture. You could give us some details and maybe give us some clarity on that, and some examples of both positive and negative kinds of cultures that you've seen in your work.
Growing up, before I actually entered the workforce, while I was in school, now my dad's an engineer and I love him to death, but my father always said work is a 4-letter word. And he wasn't really a people person, but he was very, very good at what he did. And my first job out of college, I worked in a department I have a big background in healthcare. Fortunate enough to enter into this department that work was not a 4-letter word. As a matter of fact, nobody took vacations because they didn't need it. Our department, this group of people that I worked with, it was energizing. It just fed your soul. Everybody worked together. People had your back. We worked together as a team, as one unit. So it was inspiring and fun to work. A couple of years later, I'm in my 20s, I'm still in that learning phase, and so I transferred to another department. I transferred to cardiology, to a different culture. Now, we're under one organization, 2 very different departments, 2 very different cultures. And in the second department, cardiology, that's where I understood what Daddy meant. Work is a 4-letter word. And it was the exact opposite of the first department that I worked in. So I ended up leaving. So I didn't leave this particular healthcare organization. I left a manager because leaders set the tone. Leaders are responsible for the culture within the organization. That's their responsibility. So a culture is that feel that you get. So in regards to healthcare, you've got a patient who enters into an organization, enters into a department. They can tell what's going on. They can feel if people like their jobs or not. They can sense what that culture is. They know what makes them feel good or what doesn't make them feel good. Going back to that Starbucks thing, that experience, the Apple thing, that experience of when you walk in. How do you feel when you're there? Do you enjoy being there? Even though it's healthcare, nobody really likes to go to the doctors or the hospital, but wouldn't it be nice if you entered into an organization that has a healthy culture to take care of others?